What is going on there, YouTube? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Batman Unlimited Beware the Batman figure. As if there weren't enough Batmans in that sentence. Let's set him aside real quick and get all the basics out of the way, and then I'll get into how exactly I feel about this figure. Basically, as you can see here, this is the way he comes. He's just got his basic animated look to him. So I'll set him aside and we'll get back to him in a second. Here's the packaging. He comes in the Batman Unlimited, whoa, focus. The Batman Unlimited packaging says Batman Unlimited up top. Has basic window display. Got some nice side art on the side from the show. It says Batman on the bottom. Turn it around. Some more nice art here. Here's a little read-up of this show. If you're not familiar with the Beware the Batman show, it is on Saturdays at 10 o'clock in the morning. I am not up, so I DVR it, and then I watch it later. But in this wave, there was no Batman. I don't know why they keep putting Batman on here. It should say Beware the Batman. And the other figure in the wave, it was Vampire Batman. Here are his stats. And let's get this out of the way. There we go. Okay, now, to the figure itself. Let's get to articulation before we get into anything, because I have a lot to say. Here we go. His head does move side to side. Can do a full 360 rotation. His head is on a hinge, which is very nice. Goes down and up. His arm goes up about that far and goes down. No bicep swivel. He's got the Injustice style articulation, which he has elbow swivel, elbow hinge, wrist swivel. No ab crunch. He has a waist swivel, T-jointed hips, which go out, forward, and back. He has the knee swivel, knee hinge, ankle swivel, ankle hinge. So there we go. We got articulation out of the way. We got the packaging out of the way. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes, the fun part. How do I feel about this figure? Well, you know, I want to like it because it's a Batman figure, because I'm a Batman fan, but I would be lying to you if I did. Because I am not a fan of the articulation. I'm not a fan of just kind of how lazy this figure has been done. I am a fan of the face sculpt. I think the face sculpt does look very nice. It captures the animated look from the show. I'm not a fan of this Batman symbol being painted on. That's one of my big discrepancies with this figure. I am actually a highlight. I do like this cape, though. It is a very nice cape. It's a little bit heavier. It's not as light. I would say it's not as heavy as the earlier DC-UC Batman capes, but it's still around the same weight, probably. What else? A little bit of paint slop on his belt. The gold is kind of going into the black, and the black going into the gold. I kind of wish they would have done a more a lighter gold with this. Maybe a little bit more shiny gold would have made it a lot better, because if you look at the picture here, which I'll show you from the show, his belt is a shinier gold. I'll go on the back here. It's a much shinier gold, and this is kind of like a mustard yellow-ish color. Yeah, it's more of a mustard color than a gold, I would say. So it would have been nicer if they'd done like a shiny look for him. I feel like the Batman symbol should have been raised and sculpted into the chest, since this is his own body book. But like I said, I do like the face sculpt. I do like the cape. I hate the articulation. I feel like another thing they could have done, just a little touch up that I would have done, is just so you have you can tell the difference. Well, I guess in the animated series it doesn't. I would have just done something, maybe a different color black, just so you can differentiate from where the gloves are and the boots. But I guess I won't really do that in the show. As you can see here, I'll go back to the gloves here. I guess they are kind of almost camouflaged into this suit, but still, I think it would have made the figure a little bit better. He just looks very bland to me. He just looks like a black figure with a poorly painted belt and bad articulation. That's just me being honest. That's me pointing out the obvious, so to speak. Yeah, not feeling this figure. Definitely not. And it's a shame that this is one of the last DC figures that we'll see from retail, because the Batman Unlimited line and the DC Comics Unlimited line are canceled. So this and Vampire Batman are the only two from the Batman Unlimited line that you'll see. This is pretty much it, folks, for the retail side of it. Yeah, I don't like this figure. And I'm comparing him to every single Batman figure I own, including the animated the other versions of him, including the smaller scale Batman the Animated Series figures from way back in the 90s. Personally, I think that detail-wise, those figures from back in the 90s were better detailed than this figure here. You can call me crazy, whatever you want, but I think there's a better depiction in those figures than this one. This one is kind of boring, gonna be honest with you. And it's not just the figure, it's also the design too. But that's a different subject for a different time. We're just gonna focus on the figure. Yeah, so if I had to rate this figure, I'm probably gonna give him a 5 out of 10. There's a lot of problems that should have been improved on this figure, I feel like. I feel like he wasn't an important aspect to the collectors, us collectors, but I understand what Mattel's trying to do. They're trying to market their new show that's just come out. It's only 4 episodes in, and I get it, but I think it would have made more sense to give us a more deserving character like Damian, and maybe do a Beware the Batman action figure line, you know, more aimed towards children, instead of giving us a Injustice style comic book / animated series action figure in 6-inch form. So with that being said, that's pretty much going to conclude my review of Beware the Batman from the Batman Unlimited line. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you agree or if you disagree. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but I just think I'm being realistic here. Yeah, definitely a 5 out of 10. I'm sticking with that. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Subscribe to Club Infinite Earths. Do it now!